I'm going to start out by apologizing for the camera angle. I forgot the tripod, so the phone is just kind of resting on a towel rack right now, so hopefully this works out okay. But a lot of people hate laying these sticky tiles down because they're hard to cut, and they're hard to measure, and they're hard to get right. But bottom line is, if you want to kind of spruce up your floor and you want something not expensive, these sticky tiles do pretty well, and they're pretty cheap, providing you do them right. And the most important thing on a sticky tile that everybody always overlooks is underneath the sticker part of the sticky tile is some arrows. You probably can't see it on the camera, but they point one direction. So when you're laying these tiles out, you want to make sure you lay them all with the arrow pointing in the same direction, however that may be. There's different patterns on them, and you can see there's repeated patterns here. So you want to try to avoid repeating patterns in a row, because these are just basically all computer generated images. They're not random. So that's kind of rule number one. We're going to be cutting an edge piece here. We're going to stick it up here in the corner. So at this point, we don't really care about the pattern. On the edge pieces, sometimes I'll rotate them to make the pattern look a little different. I think on this one, we're going to rotate it like this. I know the arrow is pointing the other direction, but this isn't really a wear area of the bathroom. So the secret to cutting these is, and it's really simple once you learn the trick, and you'll cut this right every time, and you'll never hate laying these sticky tiles down again. But the secret is this simple. Lay a good tile that you're going to cut exactly on top of a tile that's already existing, that's already stuck down. Line your corners up so that this tile is exactly on top of the other tile. Take another tile and shove it up against the wall. In this case, it's a bathtub. And lay it down like this so you can get a straight line. Now, this bathroom is really old. I think this bathroom was built on this house in 1910, and honestly there is no straight lines in this entire bathroom. So the bathtub does not lay square to the outside wall. So when I laid these tiles down, I started by just starting in the center of the room, working towards the edge, so that on the edges you would have pieces of tiles so it wasn't so obvious. And that's normal. That's what you should do. But basically, if you were to take a tape measure and measure this tile, you're going to find out that it's longer on one end than the other. But we have an exact cut of what we need by doing this method. And I'll show you. You just take a carpet knife. This is another trick, is cutting these is easy. A lot of people try to snip them. A lot of people try to use sharp scissors. Score and break them. Take a carpet knife like this. Make sure you have a really good blade on it. And it doesn't take a lot of pressure. Just score it. We're going to follow the old tile, or the tile on top, I should say. And we're not putting a lot of pressure on this. We're just being very careful and very straight. And when you come to the edge, make sure you don't roll it onto the new tile, because you don't want to mess that up. That's it. So now we have an exact cut at the exact angle for what we need. And then just break them just like that. So basically you're just cutting the top layer, just scoring it. And when you bend it over, it'll snap like that. And then we're ready to put this down. Now I've already cleaned up my floor, and I've taken a vacuum cleaner and I cleaned this up. And it's going to be a tight fit because it's an exact fit, so you might have to work it in there. And you can always go back and trim it. But as you can see, this is a perfect fit. And I got to work the edges down a little bit and keep it tight. But perfect fit every time. So hopefully that helps you guys learn how to cut these tiles, and makes it a little easier on your next home project.